that part's good. Just get that little, there.
Okay.
Yep, there we're good.
I think my hand is like it kind of wears me out quicker because it's a more athletic stance, so maybe I'll just continue to work on
Maybe.
it. So, yeah.
Just do it in front of a, I feel like, I don't think so. You
No.
feel like you're athletic enough to stand.
I can do it. It's just it feels tighter, so I slouch because
I see.
it's lazier. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I gotta work these
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, just his, like, he was like this, not G flats, and it was concave flat.
Yep.
With a C spine. And you like the old bug twirl.
I don't know why. Just it calms me. I guess.
Yeah, then it's a little better pivot too. That's good. Good again.
Upward attack angle, Chris. I've been working on that. From
Yeah.
Hold on. So your shoulders are open. Remember that? There we go. No more knee flex. There. Wasn't bad. Good pivot. Good again. Okay. Hold on. Go ahead. Fire and ready. Good stuff though.
The last one felt better. Struggle with the sit. I guess that's what I'm probably
So
struggle
this,
more.
see this here? This is a lot better. Like better knee flex, better posture, arms are hanging down for shoulders, nice little tilt, not much shaft lean. This is a much better setup.
Okay.
You with me?
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on, what's this thing? Pretty good takeaway, isn't it?
Nice and long. I like that.
Look where the
Trying to
hands
focus on
are.
keep my hands out.
Yeah, I don't have much.
Really good there,
Yeah.
right?
Would you say he needs to lay that club off a little bit flatter? You're okay there with your back? A little bit inside. Sorry, a little bit outside.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. 6 degrees from out to in. Lay that a little flatter.
Sure looks like
anything flatter though is going to make his attack angle even more shallow, right?
unless the reason it's shallow because you're backing off through impact to try to flatten it there. Do you know what I mean? So I would say, geez, does it look like? See that left foot?
Yeah. He does what I do.
Does it look like he's initiating with his upper body?
Yes. Looks like the rotation of the shoulders happens before anything lower.
Yeah. So it looks good. Here, can I see?
Yeah.
But it's a lot of sequence. Like if you do exactly the right thing, but in the wrong order, it's not super helpful. Like love that. Like you're creating tons of force. We're just not doing it in the right kind of. Like see if we could space these. Like if you look at like guys on tour, for instance, like. I should show you this. So you know what the hand extenders are?
Yeah, like we squeeze them,
You
they
squeeze them? Yeah. So have you ever done it?
No, never.
So I did it with Tom Hope last week. It was like a hobby.
So
Which
which
is
like
like-
strong, yeah.
No, that's like a girl, like a
Oh, okay, like that. Yeah.
Very weak.
Yeah.
super weak. I felt bad for. I was worried I was gonna hurt his feelings, but he does all these in the right order. So we have to get these, like, see how these are happening at the same time? They're all basically happening at the same time. So what should happen is, now that we've got a better setup, you know, as that club, you ever see a pitcher? As the ball's going back, they're already going forward, right? So if they threw the ball, like, they started with their upper body first, you know, wouldn't get very much. So, you know, we need to, as that club's coming back, we need to, you know, initiate that lower body going, the lower body going forward. Lower body starts the downswing. So get set up, or you hit one. Having good posture here, short, nice and square. Good. Take the club to the top and stop it. Okay, good. Now, push down your lower body. Try to rip this out of my hands. Okay. That's it.
Like pulling the belt down, is that what they always say?
You don't have to do that. Just try to get this lower body started first. Do it again. Yeah, see how much, now, you see, if I would let go of that, see how much energy was going to be there?
Yeah, it's a lot
Like
of
a shit ton.
Yeah, I can feel it, yeah.
Shit ton's not a technical term.
It's not a
approximation.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing it as opposed to start down the upper body, how much power is there?
No, I mean, I can feel it's wobbly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So here, do it again. See if you had to start down your lower body, because then, so if you had like a wall, here, let go.
Yep.
So if you had like a wall, you know, like you come over here, and just like, see how I'm doing my lower body first?
Yeah.
Right, and then what that's going to do, because I feel like the angle attack thing is from,
The reverse pitch.
yeah, just trying to fix it at the bottom. So if we fix it, if we, you know, I feel like you're athletic enough that if we start down the lower body like that, you know, then we'll fire through and everything will be fine. But that wall, show me that wall drill. No. Get grip it both hands. It's kind of weird. Like, no, just like put this like, no, here. Let me. I'm more different. So I'm just gonna grip it.
Yep.
Right. I'm not gonna work on my backswing. I'm not gonna try to.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put it against the wall here, and then I'll try to think about where my swing would be, my setup, and then do that. Just feel like I'm like. Now I feel like my lower body's starting first, and then once that starts, then this will fly down.
So let the body go and then try to get the hands like.
Correct. Yeah, body go first. Do that. So first of all, grip it. Now, Fred will grip it. Put your roll grip on it. Okay. Put it against there. Now take your stance. There. That's it. Do it again. See how that's.
Yeah, I can kind of.
You can move closer because you're. No. Sorry. Go here.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because normally I don't do it with but that looks like it's been freshly painted. So I don't know. Move over here for a sec. Hold on.
Yeah.
Go, coming from there.
Oh,
See how I'm going to go here. See how I'm going to go forward here. See, watch it. If I'm here, it's going to be, I'm straight up and down.
okay.
If I'm here, that'd be more like my golf swing. It'd just be cheaper to get a wall to do it with than have me or Chris hold, you know. Hold it. Yeah. Walls are free, right, Chris?
They are for us.
So move your feet towards me, 5 4. Yeah, it's okay. Here, grip it.
Yeah.
Let's come back over here. Come back over here a second. Let's do it with me a couple times. Do it over here. Get set up. Take the club back. Good. Start doing your lower body. That's it. Right? That's it. Okay, go get set up. Good news is you twirl the club like a champ, so we're all set with that.
That's a good finish too. Try not to do it.
Get your short square. That's all right. Do one more. I'm gonna pick on you here for a sec. What do you do for a living?
I'm like a stockbroker. The easiest way to explain it. I'm an institutional consultant.
That was much better fall through, wasn't it? Can I see the club, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just stand here? Can you talk to me for a sec?
Yeah.
Okay, so your posture now, not federal golf, just talk to me. Then I'm fine.
Fair enough.
We'll be this close by.
Yeah.
Okay, so get set up.
Yeah.
So don't, no, we're talking.
Okay.
How's your posture?
Uh,
Pretty good.
I think so.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so see how your shoulders are, you know, like are pinned back or
Yep.
like
Yep.
athletic, and then when you go to hit, you just roll them forward like this.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you walked around like this all day, like, well, that's kind of your vibe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But have good posture here. So go back there for a sec. So you're kind of like, as soon as we roll our shoulders forward like this, do you think that puts me in a stronger or weaker position?
Weaker for sure.
Yeah. And then it's gonna be challenging for me now. As soon as I do this, the whole swing is gonna have to be dominated with my hands and arms.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if I could just maintain your good, like remember when I said, hey, we're staying strapped down, we bend from our hips. I didn't say, hey, bend from here. I said, you roll your shoulders forward.
Okay. Yeah.
And let your arms hang down.
More like that maybe.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be like super rigid. Like we don't want, watch this, like, see how my shoulders are rolled forward a little bit, right? Like we don't want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But you were like
Like
going to extremes.
Two
everywhere.
cavemen.
Have you talked about this before with me?
Maybe early on
Maybe
we
early
did.
on.
I think you told me to open my shoulders.
Yeah.
You see that a lot with like, sometimes with younger
Desk jobs.
younger
Okay,
people.
I
Yeah, but
just-
your posture there is really good.
Yeah.
So like, I would say you got 9 out of 10 posture walking around. So
It's not translating to
it's just not translating to this. Like that's better. That's a lot better, isn't it?
Yep.
And then load up on the back foot, then push off on it. There we go. Wasn't perfect shot, but it was a nice swing. Much better, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like through impact, he wasn't falling back hardly nearly as much. Yeah, I know. I don't have to wait for it to. Where's the?
Alright, yeah, just a little backtrack there, not much.
Pretty good pivot though, right?
Yeah.
And look, that shaft is beautiful. And now it's a little,
Just a stall, right?
but he's much more over top of it. It's way better.
Yeah.
Don't like look at like, oh, that one shot was a little thin or whatever. Like this swing is going to produce much better golf shots than the previous swing.
Yeah, I trust it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like the rolling the shoulders forward is not helping. The posture had some
A little bit of weirdness. Yeah.
little bit of weirdness. If you did a little bit of work in front of a mirror, and then that to feel like you're loading, like you're another way of doing it. This might be easier.
Yeah.
So take your like I say like take my arm to the top and just feel like I'm holding back the other one. Yeah, you know what I mean?
The only so when I do try and practice the rotation, like trying to get my hips to go first, I feel like my swing gets out of control for some reason. It's like I'm trying to throw too much power at it, and I just like is that just practice?
I think that's because you have a bad posture.
Bad posture. Okay.
So then, and you had to fix it during impact. But if you don't have to fix anything, then you need to be more aggressive with it. So that,
Yeah, it makes sense. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
hit a few more. That looked a lot better. Hit a few more of that. Good. It wasn't a perfect shot, but it was a much better setup. I mean, I don't want left. At least attacking it was, you know.
And still with a decent club path.
Pardon me?
And still with
Yeah.
a good club path.
You could go a little bit wider with your stance too. Good. Okay, so we want to always think about putting the club down first. So you kind of, you were like stepping into it and then putting the club down. pretty unlikely that you'll get the feet in the right spot. So watch this. So I'm gonna come down here. I haven't tried to hit it on that line. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna put my club down properly, right? And then I'm gonna build my stance around that. If that makes sense. Like, and then I felt like if I put my club down properly, then I can build my stance around that. See where my feet are? Otherwise, I had to come up here and randomly put them somehow in the exact right spot.
Yeah, okay,
Which
so
is, and then if I put them in the incorrect spot, then I have to change my posture to compensate
just
for
like
that.
how to get the routine, and get a proper routine.
Yeah, so we gotta put the club down first and then build our stance around that. Like, now, hold on for a sec. In that scenario, you actually did put your feet down properly, but it's highly likely out on the golf course where there's no mats and stuff.
You'd just be guessing, it'll be all
You'd,
over the
you'd be
place.
all over the place.
Yeah.
You know, what I feel people should do is always look up. Like indoors, no, like indoors, people don't bother because they know it's gonna, but it's a bad habit to get into.
To try and set the
Yeah, and I felt like you were a little too close to it there. Do you think you were a little too close down?
Didn't notice, to be honest.
Like this looks good here. Finish looks good. I know they're going left. Do it again, please. If we could, you see how that, you know that angle was at?
Yeah.
Right? So that means the club's bottoming out behind it. Right? Where do we want the club to bottom out? The club goes up, comes down, reaches the bottom, and then comes back up. Where do we want the bottom of the club?
in front.
In front, correct. How do we get it to be in front?
Gotta get the weight forward.
Yeah, so we have to shift our center of gravity to, we have to shift our center of gravity basically to be in front. Or do something kind of crazy with our hands, right? So now that, I feel like now we're getting a better, backswing here, and we need to, push off more, get that center of gravity more on top of the ball and impact instead of, but before you were falling back, but I don't think it's a big deal because I think that was just because of the flawed setup and all that stuff. I'd say you got like a 9 out of 10 swing, and your setup was a little bit
Just messed up a little bit.
messed up, and then you can't really take advantage of the fact that you're athletic. Like those charts are getting more spread out though, right? Like if you had, if you were playing a money game today, I'd say just have a better posture. But if you're trying to get better long term, I'd say let's get better. Let's have a better posture, and then let's initiate with our lower body more, right? Yeah, just what you just did there was perfect.
Okay.
Like that was the idea. Like you haven't mastered it yet, but that's the right idea.
So if I keep practicing those fundamentals, set the shoulders, don't round them, a little bit better arch in the back, try and get through with my lower body before my hands.
That's exactly it.
Okay, I can focus on that.
You worded it better than I did, but yes, that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. You just hit thousands of balls.
I don't think thousands. It'd just be like, I feel like tomorrow would be a little better than you were today.
I love the game, like legitimately, so I'd be here 6 days a week. But, think it'll come. But and the goal is to get on the Champions Tour.
Is that your goal?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
20 years to the tour.
So
Everyone laughs at me, I know.
I got this guy I started coaching, and he wants to win the. He wants to qualify for the Masters
That'd be pretty cool.
as an amateur.
Yeah.
So he has to win the U.S. Mid-Am.
US or what is it, the Asian Am?
He can't qualify for that.
British Am.
So he has to win the U.S. Mid-Am. But he's 44. But he's got, he's got unlimited money, he said. Doesn't like he's crazy good shape, and he's got a lot of
And how is he? Good player?
he's quirky. His goal also is to live to be 180.
But, well, I don't think I'd want to.
So have you promised him that one then?
No, and I'm not. Yeah, it's a long story. I could write a book on this guy. I had 6 pages of notes for our first meeting.
So do you think the left is from the hand, the arms taking over and the body stopping him?
Can I see that one?
So it open recording there.
Where? Oh, you have to wait.
And the shoots with the upper body still.
So, can you watch this for a sec?
Yeah.
So, let me clear that down. Not enough. So, if you look at your, see where your hip is, relative, see what's inside your foot?
Yeah,
With an iron, where do you think we want that hip?
outside,
No, at an impact, where do you think we want that?
forward.
Yeah. So, like over top, if we got that hip over top your ankle, that'd be a good. That would move the contact point further that way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you gotta push the hip, like pull down and push hip forward.
It's not really pulling down, you're just pushing it forward.
Just push it forward. Okay.
So watch. So if you go up to a wall, I know we struggled with last time. So if we go to a wall, right? This is what you have to do. Mean that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go so far away. That's your first move.
That's the first one, the down.
Get to that.
Here,
Yeah. Watch it. Watch it. Like I'm not. You can't do it from over here because that would be like crazy. So please put right up against this, right? And our first move is going to be beating her hip, not beating with her hip and her body, right? It's her hip. We want to get that hip over top the ankle at impact, and then let's watch. If you look at the top, not with your body though. You want your body doing it. I'm sorry, your hip doing it, not your body. That's it. It's hard to do with a club in your hand though because you can't take a proper back. Chris, you with me on that?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, and then, see at impact here, at impact, see how that lead hip is like,
Yeah, there's a stall out of the shift, right?
yeah, see how your hip is still well inside your ankle. Is that,
a little like, so ideally I'd wanna get it like out here maybe a little bit. a
just
little
one over top of your ankle, but watch at impact, your hip is spinning out more, right? And it's not getting onto your, over top of your ankle. Like of the top 10 players in the world with their irons, 10 of them have their hip over top of their ankle.
Okay, so it's critical to do so.
That's going to move the bottom of the arc further towards the target.
You give me negative some hitting in front instead of over.
Right.
Okay.
But if this hip is back here, like if you look at like Rory or most tour players with the driver, they have a wider stance and the hip is back here, but then they're hitting up on it because it's the driver,
So you're supposed to, yeah.
right? But with an iron, we want to hit down on it. It's pretty tough to hit down on it if our left hip is inside our left ankle.
It's too far away, so I'm scooping. So
Yeah.
in theory, I understand it, trying to get my hip.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I don't think this is going to take as much time as you think.
I'm happy to work through it. Like,
Your shoulders are pretty rounded there. So you know how the balls were going way left before? Why was that, you think?
from when I've been practicing, the sim tells me my face angle is closed.
Yeah, but why is that?
That I'm not sure. I have no.
Because watch this, because if my hips are here, right, like that club's gonna tend to go,
Like 2 through.
yeah, you know what I mean, like he was, whereas that was better, I thought a better thing, and then look, right, like, that's pretty good. This is reasonable, right? I'm joking, that's perfect, right? And then at least you're negative on it, so I mean, that's quite a bit better.
Going the right way.
Yeah, but you also got that hip more So you're controlling like the low point of your arc by bumping that hip into the wall.
Okay, so that's how I get
So-
the
so
negatives more negatives.
Do the opposite way, where your hip is going away from the wall.
Be like this.
Yeah, and then go back like watch. So if I do this, you know, if I you know, I don't know if you can do it. And if my hips are back here, you know, it's gonna bottom back here.
And that's always been my miss, is I scoop.
Yeah,
Like this.
makes sense. But that was much better. We're both back. Not sure Champions Tour better, but better.
That's okay, lots of time. Hopefully.
Lots of time.
Hopefully.
I've never worked with it.
Champions
No.
Tour? No? Have you ever tried to start working with Tiger or any of the really, really big name guys?
I made a sales pitch to Justin Thomas this week.
Yeah.
Didn't hear back.
So you pitched at what, his agent?
His dad's a buddy of mine. And he's putting like shit. Because he should be, like, he's hitting it great.
Oh yeah.
His putting's like not good. And then he's tweeting about his putting's not being good. And he fired his putting coach,
Which was who?
John Graham. That's what I heard. That's his trainer said he fired him.
If you pay me to go to a tournament, I hold a sign up with your name on it. Best putting coach ever.
Hey, Joe's nice and tall too. That'd be a
Oh,
good
I'll be right-
investment.
I can be right in the back. I'll wear a fan and see.
Follow Justin Thomas around for the whole tournament.
Work for-
Hire Ralph Bauer.
Work for the.
Hate to pick on you. Your shoulders are round. Like, you have to go home. You have to go home, do this in front of a mirror for 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then, yeah, because that's so rounded. So if you do that, like, do you ever watch, do you watch baseball?
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, if you're drafting someone, would you draft guys like this?
No, of course.
No, you're not gonna draft them.
Yeah.
Right? So it'd be like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hockey, if I'm taking a slap shot, I'm here. I'm not gonna be here. And then, like this, like, think about how much arms you have to.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a.
So is
I'm
this way?
surprised for somebody as strong as you that you've got that your shoulders are, yeah. You know who I see a lot of people, I was trying to mention earlier,
That's
I
okay.
see a lot of people do this,
Yeah.
there's like young kids who will like do some chest work, like they go, oh yeah, do some chest work, and then do no back work, and then
Oh,
they're,
it's like it's too tight.
and they're like this,
Yeah.
and then they walk around like that, you know, and like, yeah, but I can bench press.
Yeah, too.
Whatever, but
It
you
just-
know, you have good posture in general, like that's good there.
I think it's my arm is short, so so this is open,
You're not really sure.
and then I bend, and then are my shoulders rounded now?
Better, max cells. It's a
Like that?
yeah.
So would you still give him the tilt even though he's having an issue with the attack angle?
Yeah, because he still has to rotate around it. The issue with the attack angle is
Is the hip.
is the hip and you know compensating it at impact. You know, like I don't. Cause it feels like you're in it.
Because I always say more tilt with the clubs you're gonna hit up on, right?
You don't need much tilt. The less the better, but you need tilt. Or else you're gonna reverse it and then have to do that.
Well, a couple more swings now, Jacob, then we'll get the next guy in
Yeah,
there.
for sure. Of course,
Oh,
Take
sorry.
one, then I'll go.
Sorry, we can blame Ralph. He's a talker.
No, this isn't super good.
Like that setup is good.
So, like that. Maybe I need to keep more back.
Do you work out much?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
An easy way to think about it is doing more back stuff, like row pulls, and also like catch yourself, like
If I'm doing this.
if you're doing that, you know, like put your rearview mirror in the car a little higher, so you have to sit a little taller. That's a good tip, by the way. I practiced on that when I was like 30 years ago. So I would put the rearview mirror a little higher, so you have to sit up to, you know what I mean? So you were feeling,
Oh yeah.
well, you know, close.
Miss the ball.
It's not gonna take you much. This is not like a. Just your setup. It's. Why don't you hit some from over there? Why don't you go over there and hit some over there?
Yeah, sorry guys.
No, you're good. Hit some because it's gonna like do 2 or 3 where you're like thinking about the setup,
Mhm.
like, and
Just-
then just practice. You have to practice the setup for a little bit. Are you in a rush?
No, not at all.
Do some of those. I'll check in later.
That sounds good.
Peter?
You're good with that?
You're the next contestant.